Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Bors with the Mike Bors channel. Thank you for watching. We're talking boats today, referencing a 3.0 liter Mercruiser / GM inboard engine. And in the event that your engine is dying or stalling, every time you shift it into forward or neutral or even in reverse, we're going to talk about a part that you might not have checked before. Let's take a look. DIYers made our way out to the garage. In front of us is a 1989 Glassport. It has a 3.0 liter Mercruiser GM inboard with an Alpha 1 Gen 1 outdrive. Let's hop inside the boat. Up and inside the boat and looking directly at our 3.0 liter Mercruiser inboard, and to the left where the battery is, you'll notice we have both the black negative cable and all positive cables removed from the battery. All electrical power is cut to the system. That's extremely important when working with your kill switch, which is that part right there, held on the top cover of your engine. And you'll notice some electrical wiring as well. And coming down inside here, I want to place the camera in position and show you all of that in motion. Now to a close-up view of, again, our kill switch, and you will notice a little wheel right here that will slide back and forth inside this little indent as you shift from neutral into forward and back to neutral and then into reverse and back to neutral while you're out driving your boat on the water. And I will show you these all in motion here shortly. However, directing our attention to that wheel feeding off, you've got an aluminum strip that comes all the way down here and makes contact with a little probe that goes inside the housing of your kill switch. And as you shift out of neutral and into forward, again, you will see the movement of this part on the wheel and strip. Alright, DIYers, hey, quick break in the action, and I really want to hone in on that electrical probe of the kill switch or interrupter switch. And as we shift it into forward, you will notice the ever so slightest and tiniest tension or push on that probe from that strip as we do shift into forward and then back to neutral and then back to reverse and then into neutral. Again, the ever so slightest or tiniest compression or push on that probe. If everything is properly adjusted and aligned, including your shift cable and the aluminum strip that makes contact with the probe during shifting. And I wanted to highlight that because, DIYers, if that probe is pushed in any more than you see in this video as we do our shifting, your kill switch will 100% activate and turn your engine completely off. However, again, for us, the aluminum strip is pressing on that probe during the shifting, and you will see the tiniest movement of that probe, and that is okay, because again, everything is in adjustment. But if it was not, and that aluminum strip pressed that probe into that housing even further than what it does, our engine would shut off. And with that said, I will now shift it into forward gear and go full open. We're now in forward gear and full open. You saw the movement of the wheel and strip, and the engine should not die. I will now take it back to neutral and full reverse. We are now in full reverse. You saw the movement, allowing the engine to not die while it's in gear. I will now bring it back to neutral. To a different camera angle and directing our attention to the probe, I'm going back up to the shift lever and putting it in forward, followed by back to neutral and full reverse and back to neutral. I will go back to neutral. Now to full reverse, followed by back to neutral. So again, by seeing all of the parts in motion, in the event that your aluminum strip is bent in any way, do yourself a favor and carefully straighten it. However, taking a step back and directing our attention to the shift cable, go ahead and carefully remove that nut. Next, remove the cotter pin, and you can then carefully shift or pull up the shift cable off of the threaded stud there and out of the plastic housing. And that little brass cylinder, you can begin rotating that on that threaded shaft and adjusting your shift cable. And by doing that, you are going to properly adjust the shift cable in a way where that aluminum strip and probe will always work together, so your engine does not die. However, if you accomplish or do all of that, or everything we've talked about in today's video, and you are still experiencing issues, it is time to replace your kill switch. Down below in the comments and description will be a link to a part